off with a slow pan from a drone cam and a drone operator with cold hands. A body bag bend beat bumps. A chime from a grandfather clock made of pine wood with walnut studs. A pearly red unfinished sleigh bed of carbon fiber. One can only guess to fly higher and faster from being lighter. Pieces of liquor bottle shards crunch the top. Squeaky floorboard screens on walls flashing on and off. Weather report. Killington, Vermont. Whistler, Snow King Resort. Black Diamond conditions. Travel restricted and closed off. A shipment of hummingbird broth was lost because he couldn't get across. Mrs. Claus had a psychotic blow off, and that's why we were called. But now that we are here, we are seeing things are much more deeper than we thought. The whole compound was a pigsty, black mold in the carpet, moldy half-eaten cookies, milk rotting in cartons. The elves moved all the factory equipment out of the way. Twice a week they throw rays, Nora and pure DJs. Mrs. Claus doesn't know what to do. She just stays in her room. They say she has a fentanyl problem too. Okay, Miss Claus is the spouse. For now we could rule her out, but we need to find the man of the house. They say he's in bad shape. Just look at the landscape. I don't care if it's man-made or not, it's a damn shame. Mrs. Claus stopped payment. The goods department ran out of patience. The elves are working for terrorist organizations. Rudolph's nose is sick. He can't walk for shit. He's certified fit for service, but he's got bone cysts. Dancing and prancing have capped hocks and fluid blocks. We're wondering what Santa's gonna do when the music stops. In our first conversation, we asked Miss Claus about her GPS ankle bracelet. She remained complacent. We asked Miss Claus, can you please take us to Santa? She looked over at one of the elves, wouldn't give us an answer. Now this elf was whistling Amazing Grace and didn't say much. Looked like he had a pistol tucked, straight thug. He said he was a player in the global human settlement layer, and he accepted revenue from Lord Maitreya. Another elf said, we'll take you to Santa, but we need your passport, phone, radio, and your helmet camera. I complied, gave them all four without blinking an eye. They opened the door and took me outside. We walked down range to a Buckminster Fuller building type frame with a door that had a kryptonite chain. I almost couldn't believe I heard the whirling sound of a machine you would use to help somebody breathe. At first I see bare feet, DEKG beep. I move closer, then I see rosacea in both cheeks. I see tubes carrying red blood out of two-man boobs through a machine that back into a hand turned blue. I was so confused, I turned around to the elves and said, what in Satan's name have you done to yourselves? One of the elves stepped forward. He said, this is hard to ignore, but I owe you an explanation. I'm not a doctor, but I'm not an imposter. I'm a medical proctor, and I don't think he's got much longer. You see, lactic acid is green, uric acid is orange, sulfuric acid is yellow, but Santa's is much darker. His citric acid is clear. I know that I'm a fast talker, but he's gonna die without the proper anatomic markers. His interstitial fluids have been mixing with unknown biopollutants, turning him into some kind of mutant. In other words, technically Santa's entire genomic integrity's in great jeopardy, is what he said to me. And he's been treated for the latest strain. He's positive, non-homologous. We contacted Dr. Oculus. Our last communicate placed him at 2 hours away, but I should warn you, if he's not here, we have to operate. Operate how? Here? Sure, there's rat shit everywhere. This is a fucking sanitary nightmare. Good idea, glad you're in charge. You're doing a great job. Look at him. Don't you think Santa looks a bit gone? Antibody-dependent enhancement. What are Santa's chances? Don't they make a ozonated cream for cancer, you little shit? You be using my phone to look at dick pics. When I was your age, I used to work at the big dick. Fluorescent illuminated x-rays, polyethylene death sprays from a nuclear submarine's wet bed. You were pathogenically primed for prime time. The meter says 9, 9, 9, 9. And now Christmas is fucked. I hope you're satisfied. What you all do now, Santa done died.